Welcome, welcome, welcome. So today we're gonna be trying out a couple of different Urza decks. Okay, I have been experimenting with this list and this list. We're actually gonna start here, and I have been very impressed. I have been very impressed by these lists. They are actually very well positioned in the current modern metagame right now. These lists are very good against Hogak Game 1. They are a little bit less good against Hogak Game 2 and 3, but it's still a positive matchup overall. And they are just very powerful. And what makes things even better is that the deck is very unexplored so far, right? Like it hasn't yet been solidified as a tier 1 deck, or there's no stock lists yet, because it's just very underexplored, yet it still overperforms, which makes me suspect, like, for example, if I'm really hoping to go to GP Vegas now, because I'm gonna use that as a way to try to get in paper all the cards that I will need to build this deck in paper. Like I'm very excited about this deck. So hopefully I managed to put it together. What's up, Anacho? How you doing? Welcome. But yeah, so we will over the deck a little bit right now. So the centerpiece of the deck is Urza. Basically, when you resolve Urza, everything starts firing on all cylinders. Hopefully, we're gonna see Urza in action plenty in the league that I'm about to play. Once you get Urza in play, you have access to an incredible amount of mana, and you get to easily activate the ability 2 or 3 times a turn. And each time you activate it, you very often get more artifacts, which means you get more mana, which means you get to activate it more. So it really snowballs very quickly. It's not weird at all for you to, by the moment you actually cast Urza, to already have like 5 random artifacts, and you only need 4 because Urza brings a construct with it as well, right? So it's not particularly rare for you to have like a bunch of these like random artifacts just laying around, and you get to, it's basically like a 3-for-1, right? Because you get the Urza itself, which is a really powerful engine. You get the construct, which at this point is easily a 4-4, 5-5, 7-7 sometimes. It gets really big really quickly, and you will also get a free card from the ability. So usually if you get to resolve the Urza, things go very well for you from that point on. But yeah, it's just a very powerful engine. We also have a combo, right? With Urza, Thopter Foundry, and Sword of the Meek. If you have all 3 pieces in play, you can even tap the Thopter Foundry or the Sword of the Meek to add a mana. Then you sacrifice the Sword of the Meek. You get a 1-1. The 1-1 triggers the Sword of the Meek. The sword comes back. And now you can both tap the 1-1 because it's an artifact, and you can also tap the sword again because it will come back and it's going to be untapped. Which means that for each iteration that we go through this combo, you're gonna net 1 blue mana. So basically, with these 3 pieces in play, we have infinite mana, we have infinite 1-1 Thopters, we have infinite life, because Thopter Foundry also gains life, which is actually very important. I was going to talk about this next. And you also get to basically activate the second ability, so you get to cast your entire deck, and you get to do this all in the turn that you cast Urza very often. So you have an effective turn 3 kill with this deck, right? Which is like you play like these things early on turns 1 and 2, and then by the time you drop Urza, you just go off. Or very often you just have like a Thopter Foundry that you played on turn 2, and then you play Urza on 3 thanks to Mindstone, Pentaprism, or Mox Opal, and then with the mana that you get from the construct, and you can tap the Thopter Foundry itself, that's your 2 mana for the Sword of the Meek, and then you tap the Sword of the Meek itself in order to go infinite. So it's if you do have the cards, it's actually very easy to set up. Like once the Urza resolve, it's very easy to just have access to a bunch of mana. So we have, yeah, so it's just a very powerful engine. Like the whole thing revolves around Urza. Then we have a second win condition, which is Sai. Sai is extremely good at buying time, basically, right? It's very, very good at buying time. Basically, every artifact you play like 19, 1, and 0 mana artifacts. So you get to get a bunch of 1/1s, and the second ability, the one that you sacrifice 2 artifacts and draw a card, it's actually quite relevant because it triggers off of Ichor Wellspring. When you sack this card, you get to draw another card, and the Chromatic Star, right? When you sack the Chromatic Star, you also get to draw a card for free. So there's a bunch of like little synergies happening all around here. Also, you often don't mind sacrificing Sword-of-the-Meek because you will get it back for free with the next artifact that you play, right? You can sack the Sword-of-the-Meek, then you play Star, you trigger the Sai, and then the 1/1 that you get from Sai also gets back the Sword-of-the-Meek. So there's also some synergy there. What else? Oh yeah, so we have a couple of little like bullets in the main deck. Okay, so all of these are just engine cards and stuff, and these are actual bullets. In the bullets we have 2 Nihil Spellbomb, because, well, Hogak is a deck. Let's not forget that Hogak is a deck. And this, the good thing about Spellbomb and why we're playing 2 Spellbomb instead of, say, 2 Grafdigger's Cage or whatever, it's because of cycles. So even when it's bad, it's not like awfully bad. Like, let's say that you're playing against Amulet and you have Grafdigger's Cage. It's not gonna take you anywhere. But Nihil Spellbomb at least cycles, you know, so you get to draw closer to your Urzas. Which is actually a big part of the deck. Like the fact that a bunch of the deck just cycles, it's quite important, because again, you know, this is the main card. Like if you don't resolve Urza, winning gets much harder. You can win, but it gets that much harder. Then we have Grafdigger's Cage. Again, Hogak is a deck, so you definitely want access to Grafdigger's Cage. Also Dredge. It's just like a bunch of things that get shut off by Grafdigger's Cage. Collected Company, what's his name? Neobrand also gets shut off by Grafdigger's Cage. I have won matches against Neobrand where you just like wear for a cage on game 1 and it's just over right there. Another way to win against Neobrand, Pithing Needle. Being able to wear for a Pithing Needle is very, very relevant. I know that we're playing Needle instead of Spyglass because the difference between 1 and 2 mana is just so massive. Needle also names O-Stone, it names basically anything you want, like Walking Ballista, any Planeswalker. Just Pithing Needle is, even against Hogak, you can name Carrion Feeder and you can stop their engine pretty effectively. So Needle it's a very good inclusion. You can side it out often, like if you're playing against humans or something, you can just side it out. But it's a very good card to have as a one-off. And then finally, 2 Ensnaring Bridges, because again, Hogak is busted, and also with humans and stuff. Ensnaring Bridge is just an important card. It just gets you out of some trouble sometimes, you know. It allows you to win games that you might have no business winning. And it's very cool that Ensnaring Bridge kind of synergizes with our win con of playing infinite 1/1s, because you can, even with a bridge in play, you can make like a bunch of 1/1s at your opponent's end of turn. You draw your card for turn. Now all your 1/1 can attack, so you attack, and then you cast your card, or you play your land or whatever you drew. So it just works really, really well with the shell. So I talked earlier about Thopter Foundry. The life gain of this card is extremely important, because it just helps us get there. You know, when you're playing against aggressive decks like Mono Red Prowess and stuff like that, you can play Thopter Foundry and you can sacrifice Astrolabes, preferably Chromatic Stars and Wellsprings, because you can also get to draw cards, another little synergy there. But you can sacrifice your lands in order to not only get 1/1s that can chump block, but you also get out of burn range. So it's pretty awesome that we get to do, like, it's just a very, very good defensive card. Even when you're not comboing off, you get a ton of value from it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. You will notice that I'm not playing Academy Ruins. And the reason for that is that you don't really use it. I have not tried Academy Ruins in this list. I tried Academy Ruins in the current list, and I honestly did not use it once. Like, you don't really get to use it that much, and there's no way for you to tutor for the Academy Ruins, so it's kind of weird in that sense. Maybe as a 20th land, as you can see here, I'm playing 20 lands here. I'm only playing 19s because my mana curve is much lower. But I don't know. It's just like you don't really get to activate it that much. And the deck is very, very blue mana hungry. Like, this is triple blue, double blue. You very often want to like sigh and like play a Thopter Foundry in the same turn. So it's not like Affinity, you know, when you have like a couple of blue spells or something, so all of your lands are colorless or whatever. Here we actually have a bunch of double blue cards that we want to be casting, so it's not free to play colorless lands in our deck, and that's why we have a fetch, not really fetch shock, but more like a fetch basic mana base. We have the one of Waterlogged Grove. I'm not sure I love this. I have played it not too much, basically, but the way you have your main deck build Mystic Fortune and Accent Cannon, way to work for card advantage. The deck is basically all colorless. Except it's not, right? Like, I have all of these cards are not colorless. All of these cards are not colorless, and all the lands also are not colorless. And like, if I have not tried out Mystic Forge. Again, I've only played 2 leagues. This is a list that I found on the 5.0 dumps. And I played exactly 2 leagues with this list, and I played 1 league with the current list. And I am currently 9-1 with this list. I only made 1 change, which is, like, the original list had a basic forest, and the basic forest was just terrible. Sometimes you would draw it and you would be missing like a blue source, so I just changed it. I changed it for another island. Yeah, the lands are colorless, but you can't cast them off Mystic Forge. Yeah, that's what I meant. But yeah, but honestly, I just, like, I don't really know what I would take for Mystic Forge. And you don't want to be so clogged on your 4-drops either. I'd gotta say, no, Sai is so important at... So the thing is that Sai impacts the board, right? Like, Mystic Forge does not. Sai just comes down and starts creating 1/1s which help you survive and stuff like that. Sai is very, very important in this build of the deck. In the other build, I think I'm only playing 1 Sai. Again, that was like the original list that I saw. I didn't make really any changes. But in this list, Sai has been very, very important. So I don't think that Mystic Forge can really replace a Sai, because Sai doesn't help you get to 4 mana, right? Like, what we want is to find an Urza and cast it with 4 mana. Yes, I'm playing League Ev. I'm just doing, like, this is the first time I'm streaming this deck, so I felt like I wanted to do like a quick little deck tech. So that basically covers the main deck. Now we're moving on to the sideboard. Your mandatory 4 Leyline of the Void. Not much to see here, you know, as long as Hogak is the best deck in the format by far. It's like these are basically mandatory. Thoughtseizes for your combo matchups, your control matchups, more importantly. Like, against blue-white, Thoughtseize is extremely important. It allows you to set an Urza or like a Sai in order to protect it. Or against blue-white, it's very important to like set up your Thopters or the Meek combo. So any ways that your opponent have in terms of like counter magic or like ways to break up your combo, you can Thoughtseize them away. It's very important. Ceremonious rejection against Tron, Affinity, Hardness Scales, etc. Damping Sphere. Before I was the one that I 5-0 and 4-1 with, I was playing 2 rejections. But I'm gonna try out 1 rejection, 1 damping sphere. This also hosts Tron, obviously, except that it also really hosts the Twiddle Storm deck, because it stops the land, and it also prevents them from playing multiple spells a turn. And it also messes Amulet quite badly, and it messes Tron as well. So I thought that it was a good card to have access to, which I did have access to in the current build, but I didn't really have access to in this build. Then we have Spine. This is an interesting one. So what Spine does is it allows you in slow matchups, in slow and grindy matchups, where you will make it to like turn 10 or something. It is basically like a recursive way of destroying your opponent's stuff, right? You get to like Spine, you suck it to Thopter Founder, you get it back, you cast it again. It is also a way to actually win the game once you have assembled the Urza combo. Like if you're playing against Tron or something like that, and you need to win on this turn because it's a deck that does not care about the infinite life and does not, and they can like untap and O-stone you, right? So and they don't really care about what else you are doing. So having access to the Spine is pretty good because it allows you to like lock your opponent out, right? Like you simply destroy every single one of their permanents. Surprised you don't even have more graveyard head like Relic, Crypt, or even Ravenous Trap. This has been enough to beat Hogak. I mean, we're playing 2 Nihil Spellbomb and a Rafteur's Cage in the main deck, plus all 4 ley lines in the sideboard. It has been enough for now. Like I haven't really. I think I'm 3-0 against Hogak so far over the 2 leagues that I played. So yeah, it has felt like it's enough. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah. So that's actually a big deal. Yeah. So yeah. We have a very solid Hogak matchup. So Fatal Push is here for basically all the early aggro decks. Being able to push Thalias is very important. Being able to push Meddling Mages, of course. Being able to push Goblin Guides and Monastery Swift Spears. All those dudes, Tarmogoyfs. All of those like aggro creatures that might mess us up a little bit. Push is great against. Assassin's Trophy is actually an extremely important card, and I am trying to see whether I am able to fit more copies of this. Assassin's Trophy does a lot of work against probably the main problem this deck has, which is Karn the Great Creator. Karn is very, very hard to beat for this deck. We really struggle. Like, you can still use Urza. You can still use the mana ability from Urza. You can still, like, you know, shuffle your deck and whatever, but and cast the cards on top. But you don't get. You cannot go infinite. Slashhead, thank you for the follow. You cannot go infinite, and you cannot make Thopter. So it's really hard to attack the Karn, you know, so it's very hard to clock it. So the best answer I've had so far has been Assassin's Trophy, and I kind of wish I was able to fit more. I'm trying to make sure. I'm trying to like first have a feel for the deck and then see where it goes and then start making changes. But I definitely want to make sure that I have access to at least 1 or 2 more trophies because this card is actually quite important. This is a list you are 14-1 with, right? Yeah, so with this list, I'm 9-1, and with this list, I only played 1 league and I 5-0'd. So in total, with Urza decks, I am 14-1, and with this list specifically, I am 9-1, I guess. And then we have the last 2 cards to talk about, which are our Sweeper, Dead of Winter. This is a cool card because it's kind of easy to like set it up basically. So you can, if you want to only play 3 basics, only have 3 basics in play, and then both your Urza and your Sai survive. It's kind of cool. Like you can kind of set it up the way that you want it, or you can just You can just like do it for as much as you want. And then Tesseract. Tesseract is just an extra angle of attack for against decks that we need to kill quickly. Tesseract really clocks the opponent very quickly, so against stuff like Amulet or Tron, I do bring in Tesseract. Mostly because just making 5/5s and ending the game quickly is what I'm interested in. Or it's also very good in grinding matchups. So against John and Blue-White, Tesseract starts drawing cards, and the ultimate, of course, is game ending once you have a wide enough board state. So Tesseract is a very cool card, and it's, I don't know, it's just a sweet card that I really enjoy too. So I'm happy I get to play it. Ever consider Aether Grid? Yeah, Aether Grid is... What can I say? Aether Grid is just very, very hard on the mana, basically, and it just doesn't do enough, right? This list is straight up bug. It's actually almost just like, it's blue-black plus Assassin's Trophy, basically, because we need a way to answer, like I was saying, like stuff like Karn or Jace or things like that. Particularly Karn, because we can't just needle Karn, we actually need to get Karn out of the board. So Assassin's Trophy becomes even more important there. But yeah, I mean, Aether Grid is a card that I've seen people run in other Urza lists, like this or this. As you can see, there's even one here. But I haven't really tested this versions of the deck yet. I started here. Honestly, because I didn't have the engineers, so I'm like, I already have the cards for this one, let's start with this one. And I have been very impressed, and I have really not seen a reason to want to move to the other lists with red as a splash color. So we're gonna start with Bug Urza, and then we can play through a league with the Karn version as well. No goblins? No, Gaucho. We're playing straight up Bug. This list has been very good and very, very consistent, which I really liked. But yeah, I could definitely try like Grixis lists. It's just I have not really seen one that I was in love with. I like the idea of having an engineer. Also, Teferi is like a lot of the red lists also play Teferi, and I'm like, there's no way that I'm spending that much money on a Teferi. 3 mana Teferi, that is, right? Yeah, it's like 25 tickets. Get out of here. Yep, so this is the kind of hands that are just excellent. So we just nap keep this. Turn 1 we get to cantrip, turn 2 we get to cantrip, and now on turn 3 we're gonna be able to wear for 2 and start setting up our combo. That's a good one to have access to, especially against Windswept Heat. I guess I don't want F6 actually, because we might draw Mishra's Bubble. No such luck. This seems like the Nassif deck, right? Yeah, this has to be the Nassif deck. I think I actually played it. Yeah, I played against this deck once on stream, off stream. I mean, ooh, that's a really good one for them to have. Yikes! Yeah, that one might be problematic actually. Yeah, just gonna play a Wellspring and move on with our lives. Okay. So next turn, I think that we're gonna be playing fair and just like a couple of spheres, a couple of stars. Sorry. And we're just waiting. Like eventually we're gonna draw Urza or something, or we can set up our combo if we want to. But yeah, knowing that they have access to Deputy is kind of a beating, honestly. Oof. Yeah, that's a very good stat from our opponent. Ephemerate. It's a good one to know about. Okay, so yeah, so we're starting to whiff a little bit. Not gonna lie. We're starting to whiff a little bit. I think I'm gonna sack this to try to draw in. Yeah, that's not gonna cut it. Guess we're gonna get to gain a life. That's something. Gotta be honest, I love watching Soulherder. Yeah, I'm actually kind of happy that this that we're seeing this card in modern. It's pretty hilarious, but having drawn the second ensnare bridge is actually pretty brutal for us. I guess that it wouldn't really matter. Like my opponent can just like deputy. They can ephemerate their own deputy, so I can't really play around it with these cards. Yeah, we're not looking good here. This match is getting out of hand really quickly. Path to Exile. Yeah, so now they even have the answer for the Urza if I get to draw it. Yeah, things not looking great for the home team. Okay, so we're gonna bubble myself here. See what we draw. If we see a card that we like, we're going to fetch. If we don't see a card that we like, then we're going to... The other way around, actually. If we see a card that we don't like, we're gonna fetch. And if we do see a card that we like, we're not gonna fetch. So at this point, what do I want to do? I guess we try to set up... We try to set up the combo. No, Dead of Winter is in the cyber. Yeah, Dead of Winter is definitely coming in for this matchup. So are the Fatal Pushes and stuff. So what do we have on top? Thopter Foundry. Okay, so that's actually one that we do want to draw. So we can, I guess, just play an island and pass the turn. So now we're going to draw the Thopter Foundry. And end of turn, we're going to get to... Interesting that they didn't blink their witness like that. It's basically free, right? So it's weird that they didn't. But yeah, we're getting the sword end of turn, and then on my turn, I'm gonna play the Thopter Foundry. We're gonna start making some dudes. All right, we're for 3. They have Force of Negation. Yep, that's bad. And they drew another Ewit. Kind of makes me want to Ephemerate Primetime. Yeah, for real though. Nice. So they're getting back the Force. This is pretty gross. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, we're drawing very, very badly. Snow cover swamp. Probably gonna force this. They don't. Interesting. I wonder what that means. Yeah, because now they get to like ephemerate the Ewit, and the Ewit gets back the ephemerate. Yeah, this is my opponent establishing a loop right here. Kind of odd that we didn't draw any of our Nihil spell bombs either and stuff like that. We're definitely in trouble here. Chromatic Star, make it 1/1. Gonna block here. Yeah, this one definitely seems tough to pull off. Deputy of Detention. So I could sack the foundry itself, but if I do, then my opponent can, like, if there's nothing under the foundry, then my opponent can just like ephemerate the deputy and then exile all my tokens. So I think I'm just gonna let them exile the foundry here. Yeah, we're getting grossly outvalued here. We're getting grossly outvalued here. OP has way too many cards in hand. Sai, I guess, would be one of the cards that we want to draw here. Oh, they have a path. Never mind. Yeah. Yep. They can force of negation here. They don't even need to. Yeah, okay. So we can just pack it in. We just did not have the tools here. All right. Fatal Push. Yes. Dead of Winter. Yes. Do we want ley lines? That is an interesting question, whether we want ley lines or not. I don't think we want Cage nor Pithing Needle. Yeah, it only turns off Ewit. Well, I guess that my opponent is going to have Knight of Autumn, so yeah, I don't think I want this. I think I will need to like make do with Nihil Spellbombs, I guess. I do think that I might want Thoughtseizes. And maybe Trophies. Feels like Mind Stone can come out. Like, this is not going to be a fast matchup, really. I just think I want the answers to Soulherder. Bridges look bad. Yeah, probably bridges are not the way to win. Just like chump blocking is the way to win. Alright, let's try this. This is my first time playing against this matchup, so... Nah, I don't think I want Damping Sphere. I guess we keep. I don't think my opponent plays any hard counters for creatures. Okay, bubble. I think it's better for me to hold the bubble and play it next turn, where I can get value from these fetch lands. Bubble myself. We're drawing Chromatic Star. I definitely want to hold up a fetch in hand so I can turn on Revolt in case I draw a Fatal Push. So that is definitely going to be important. Another bubble. Here's the Oracle. Oof. Value. Value. Where? Now that's interesting. Now that is freaking interesting. Oof. Opponent. Just look at this chain. Okay. Good to know about that one for sure. Soulherder. I think here I'm gonna go for... So now, whoops, now that they can't force, right? Because it's their turn, so it's not I think I'm gonna get the top there, Foundry. So now we're gonna get to Urza. Man, we really need to do a fatal push here. High Quaddle. I really need to draw a push here. Make sure I have enough mana to recast Urza after they path it. So that's why I'm leading on the bubble first. So now they can path the Urza and I can play a second one. No path on the Urza? Interesting. I think I want to activate then. Nihil Spellbomb. Okay. I guess this at least stops Ewit loops, so that's cool. Wow. I guess it was very good. I guess the Nihil Spellbomb was very good. Okay. If my opponent attacks with the Soulherder, I'm 100% not blocking, no. They pitched the Quaddle, right? Yeah. Knight of Autumn. Okay, probably gonna go after the Construct. Oh, after the Thopter Foundry. Okay. That is kind of unfortunate. Yeah, I guess the Knight of Autumn is gonna wreck me a little bit here, huh? Ewit, get back, force. Yeah. Well, now that my opponent played everything main phase, they can't attack. Like, if they had attacked with Soulherder before doing anything else, I don't think I would have blocked, because they can, like, pass my dude, and then the Soulherder grows to a 4/4, so I can't afford to lose my Urza. Wow, this is some serious whiffs here. All right. That one's not very good. In case you hadn't noticed, that one is not very good. Sword of the Meek. OP has Force of Negation. But I think I still want to draw the sword. Push, Dead of Winter. That's not a bad one. Time Warp. Yeah, this is a loop, right? Yeah, I guess we're dead now. Yep. Got us. Okay, that did not look like a pretty good matchup. It seems that we kind of needed to like get our combo together, or our opponent was going to like we couldn't just like outvalue them, right? That Dead of Winter would have been great. I just needed one more turn. I think that if we get to untap and we bait the Force with the Sword of the Meek, and then we Dead of Winter for 5 and swipe their board, I think we just win there. But no such luck. Okay, I can keep this. It's a little bit awkward that we drew one of our very few lands that actually cannot cast the Astrolabe, however you call that. But I do think I want to play out the Mox Opal here, though. Just in case my opponent has a Thoughtseize or something, or an Inquisition. Particularly Inquisition. Thicket. Thicket should be a good matchup for us, I think. Because we have access to Pithing Needle. So even if our opponent is playing some... like, oh, Elves? Wow, this is something that I have not seen in a while. Okay, so we're going to cycle here for blue. Well, I guess... yeah, I guess it's better for us to play the Spell Bomb and then crack this for blue. Or we can crack this for black and draw 2. Yeah, I think that sounds better. I really want to hit my land drop here. Bingo. And I'm going to play the Wellspring here. Dope. Alright, so now if we draw a land, we get to cast Urza and we kind of just win. Or if we don't draw a land, we can like cantrip into it. But yeah, things are looking good here. Dead of Winter is going to be pretty good against this deck. Also, instant speed, Grafdigger's Cage. It's kind of nice too. Start here. Second Astrolabe. Blue. Okay, so my opponent, I guess, is gonna be able to Coco unless I find the land here. Land? No Landerino. Alright, pass the turn. I think if we untap, we win, though. Next stream, let's play Titan Soulherder. I mean, if you have a list that you want to ship my way, I will play anything that you want if you donate to the stream. Get a notification, this is for mature audience, only yours is a bit too spicy for children. Yep, that's precisely why. Nah, it's because I didn't want people to like basically, you know, give me shit for cursing on stream or whatever. If you just say that it's for mature audiences, they cannot say anything. So I can just say, you know, shit to my heart's content. Okay, doing Insolite. If we draw land, we win because I'm gonna get to Urza, play my hand, and then wear 4 and Snare and Bridge, and I don't know how my opponent beats that. I guess if we don't, then we are kind of forced into getting... Well, I guess we can just get Bridge anyway, right? Or we can just draw the Bridge. I do think I want to draw here, though. Let's draw first, find land. Land, please. Second Mox Opal would also do it. Sigh. No, that one does not do it. So I guess that we are getting Cage. We're getting Pithing Needle. Man, we're really struggling with these lands here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So my opponent has a 2-turn clock. That's been like 3 draw steps that we whiffed on a land, which would have insta won the game. Can we just take a second to admire that there are only 2 lands in play on both sides? On both sides, there's only 2 lands in play, and all of these permanents. It's kind of funny. Collected Company. Well, I guess I don't want F6 because maybe they have like Ewit or something. Visionary. That's kind of an odd version of Elves my opponent's playing here. Maybe they're like on Devoted Druid. Like, what's the reason for running white? Okay, that makes our Ensnaring Bridge better if we do manage to find a land ever. Probably, yeah, I was gonna say probably want to attack with a 2/2 as well. All right, so can we draw a land? If we draw a land, we win. If we don't, I think we're gonna lose. Sweet. All right, Urza. And now I can tap, 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 play Psy, tap, play Chromatic Star. This gives me a Thopter, which is kind of nice. Now we're gonna tap the Thopter. We're gonna filter for black. And we're gonna tap for blue. Painted Prison with 2 colors. Yes. And now we're gonna tap, tap, tap. Ensnaring Bridge. Was that a good turn? Was that a good turn? I cannot tell. I cannot tell whether that was a good turn or not. I'm not very good at this, you know, figuring out what turns are good or not, so. Knight of Autumn off the top. It's just, it's so happening. It's so happening. Knight of Autumn off the top. Reclamation Sage. Just wait for it. Just wait for it. Is this Chord? Chord for Sage. Mr. V, thank you for the follow. 3 lights in play, hot. Yep, I know. This was a good turn to open up the stream too. It was a decent plus turn. Decent plus turn. And now we're gonna get to start doing some Urza activation. Opponent taps Selvish Archer for 11 mana. They totally have a Chord, right? And they totally have a Rex Sage in the main. Yeah, that's what's happening, isn't it? So I could have had two more extra blockers. Chord for 4. Could have had 2 more extra blockers. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I block 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My opponent still attacks for lethal. Yeah. So I mean, even saving these 2 mana wouldn't have gotten me there. They chord for nothing. Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. Yeah, I guess they just chord for, look at the deck, see if I have any outs, then concede. Yeah, end of turn I was going to crack and sack the Wellspring and something to draw a card with Sai and see where we go from there. Alright, sweet. Fatal Pushes. Dead of Winter. And I think that's it. Take out Nihil Spellbombs. Definitely want Pithing Needle. I mean, we won that game because of Pithing Needle, right? We definitely want Cage. My opponent showed me both Collected Company and Chord of Calling, so it answers both. We definitely want all the bridges. We definitely want the ways to find those cards. I can see myself cutting one of these swords. Nah, Sphere is not very good. In fact, Elves decks very often play Damping Sphere. By the time it can actually come down, my opponent has probably like 3 or 4 Elves in play, and their Elves like make mana, so they can easily pay for the Damping Sphere attacks. So I don't think I want Damping Sphere. Do I want the Spine? I don't think I do. I don't think I want the Spine. I think I'm just gonna cut one Sword of the Meek. It doesn't seem like comboing them out is gonna be the way that this game is gonna go more often than not. As you can see, it's more like we try to lock them out than anything else. Do we keep this hand? It could be anything. I guess I'm actually gonna keep. Like, we have a lot of control over the top of our deck. Ugh. Worst art, Llanowar Elf. Bad opponent. Bad opponent. Turn 1, Ichor Wellspring, go. Got him. So got him. That's a good one too, you know? White Splash means they can bring Stony. You should bring Trophy. Oh, that's actually a really good idea, Comedian Chameleon. Comedian Chameleon, that's a hilarious name. Uh-oh. But one step in white. God damn it. Can this deck beat Plague Engineer? Yes, you just kill it with Fatal Pushes and whatnot. You called it. You called it. We got got. We got got. I mean, it's fine. This deck doesn't scoop to Stony Silence, actually. We still have Sai to win. We have, like, massive Urza dudes. My opponent still needs to beat this Ensnaring Bridge. I'm just playing out my hand, huh? It doesn't really do much, but, I mean, I have to start setting up this Ensnaring Bridge. My opponent seems to be on one of those like extremely greedy versions of Elves where they basically play like 8 white sources but they jam like Rest in Peace, Stony Silence, like all the white cards, and they just somehow get there. Oh no, we saw no, we didn't see fetch lands game one. We just saw thickets. Oof, that's a pretty good one. 3 mana, draw 3. Okay, so yeah, we're definitely gonna be setting up this bad boy right here. Pithing Needle, probably naming a Suri. Suri, Renegade Leader. And just play a tap land and pass the turn. I want my opponent to overextend into this Dead of Winter. And since they really don't have any pressure, I have like a million turns in order to set it up, so. So even though my opponent has their hate card, I think I'm still in a pretty solid spot. Good draw would be... What would be a good draw? Maybe Sai? Sai would be a solid draw. Urza would also be decent. We can Urza and Bridge in the same turn. They could have played the Mystic, but they chose to play the Land World. I guess I play both. Never mind. Please overextend into this Wrath. Thank you. What is this? Collected Company. Okay. Still gonna have 4 cards in hand, so I guess I don't want to be sweeping yet. Basically, if it's not lethal, I kind of don't want to sweep. So I think I'm going to be playing out the Ensnaring Bridge this turn. It's an Astrolabe. Astrolabe. We're drawing a lot of lands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's half my life total. I don't appreciate that. I guess they're kind of flooding, so that's good. You could right click and attack all, or you can choose to like click on literally every single creature to attack. Both are good options. So I guess our best draw here would be Grafdigger's Cage. Yeah, my opponent is... Whoa. Okay. Guess this is a way to like get lucky and set up lethal. That's cool. Yep. I haven't done the math, but that's definitely lethal, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times 2, 16. That's exactly lethal. I guess I shouldn't have fetched. I guess I didn't play around Company into Elvish Archdruid, huh? Well, we got. Alright, so we're definitely bringing trophies in. Take out one Wellspring and Thopter Foundry. I guess. Double Fatal Push is just too tempting. So do I push this or do I wait for something better to push? I think I just wait, right? I have the Grove to enable Revolt. No Shaman of the Pine 2 games. Yeah, so they're playing just white. Well, I guess that's a reason to kill the first elf, right? They don't have a second land drop. I think I want to push one of them now. Next turn I can Foundry and just go a little bit infinite. Start comboing out just a little bit. Also, Foundry is like an insta way to enable Revolt, which is kind of cool. Whoa, 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 whoa. Do I push this? I think I do, right? Like, my opponent missed another land drop. That's just too tempting to pass up. Punished. So punished. Anyway. So now we go a little bit mini infinite. And next turn... We could swipe right now too. I don't think it's worth it. At one point I was playing a reasonable amount of elves, and this is a problem that came up fairly often actually. Just the fact that you don't really run that many lands. So it's easy for this to happen. So we're gonna suck this. Bring it back. Yes, please. Thank you. Should I play around Surgical? I guess I might as well. So I guess I'm going to sack the Spring here, because if we draw an Urza, we actually just win. That's a trophy. It doesn't do it. And now it's not worth it for me to do anything, because I can cycle the Grove, but I cannot cast the Urza, so I'm just clocking them. It's very frustrating to take any deck to a tournament that loses on exactly 1 or greater than 4 lands. So, yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's not really easy. I have like elves in paper and everything. Like at one point, this was the deck that I was playing, but it was just a little bit too rough, I guess. You just cannot beat sweepers. You cannot beat Tron. There's a lot of you cannot beat, you know, and that's probably not where you wanna be. Well, I guess those were some good pushes. Those were some pretty good pushes, I think. And I'm percented lethal next turn. Yeah, they just concede. They just know that they have no outs. Yeah, rough. Honestly, I'm not convinced that my opponent was playing a good version of Elves. I feel like the aggro version of Elves is just better than the combo version, because of stuff because of what you just saw, right? Like I played a Python Needle in game 1, and then my opponent just couldn't do anything. And the same can be said if you just like push the Renegade, the Asuri. Whereas you can kill the Shaman of the Pack, but it doesn't matter. You're taking like 7 anyway, right? So I think the aggro version is better than the combo go infinite version. I guess so, right? This is a turn 3 Urza? Yeah. Yeah, I like this. And I'm probably playing against Burn, and if I'm playing against Burn, I definitely want to play this Moxopal out right now so I can play around Eidolon. And if my opponent doesn't have turn 2 Eidolon, I can Inventor's Fair. Oh, what? Jeskai control? Oh, oh, whoa! We're playing against Cheerios. God damn it, opponent! God damn it, opponent! God damn it, opponent! Also, they repeal their own O because they don't have a second land. Isn't that hilarious? That deck, man. Really is something. So there's nothing I can really draw here. I could like double cantrip. I don't think I'm about that life though. This is why you play 28 land lanes? Exactly. So when you don't make your land drops, you don't make the land drop number 6, right? Because you would probably still be missing land drops with your 28 land deck, but yeah, so I guess I'm gonna cycle here, see what we find. Another land. Okay. Bobo. Myself. Thopter. Okay. Can we set this up right now? 1, 2, 3. Yes, we can. Wait, can we? So 4, we tap and we cycle. We add black, we add blue. We're 1 mana short, aren't we? We're exactly 1 freaking mana short. 2, this taps for mana now. I can yeah, I don't think there was any way here. Yeah, I guess the way was to not suck the bubble, to just like use the bubble to tap for mana and just like blind find the Thopter Foundry. So I guess that was a sequence that would have gotten us the win this turn. As is, what can we do? Hold up life gain 4. So is it better to cast? I think it's, yeah, I guess it's better to cast a Thopter Foundry, right? So we tap for black, we cycle for black, we tap for blue, and we play this. So I guess it's better to do this than to cast the Sword of the Meek. Because this way we can gain 4 life, make 4 1/1s. That's about it. Man, exactly 1 mana short, brutal. Yeah, we needed to do it blindly and just like hope we get lucky, basically. Which would have gotten us there though. So that's definitely something to consider. Here's the SRAM. SRAM. Now they draw the lens. So I guess we kind of just like F6 until my opponent like puts a Grape Shot on stack. Sigil of Distinction. What the hell is that? I don't think I've ever seen that one. Sigil? How do you say this? This is probably lethal, right? It has to be. I guess they might never find like a Moxobo or something. This is the one that I've never seen. X charge counter, keep green last one. Remove a charge counter. Oh, equip. That's so bad. Wow, it's so funny how bad that is. Alright, so there's the Mox. Hold up life gain. What's up, Bandwedge? How you doing? It's 4 life. Oh, I guess, yeah, I guess we cannot sack the construct. So yeah, it is 3 life. Sack this, sack this, sack this. Pony has more than lethal though, I suspect. And at this point, I don't think they can whiff, actually. Yeah, so they're tapping for red, so yeah, they can't whiff. Got me. Alright, so this is one that we want pushes against. This one that we want Damping Sphere against. Assassin's Trophy. And that's it, right? Oh, Thoughtseizes. Sweet. Alright. So Grafter Stage out, Spell Bombs out, Pything Needle out. Again, I don't think size seems terrible actually in this matchup. Probably better than the Thopter Foundry Sword of the Meek combo. Do we want Rejection? Like counter a Mox Opal or something? I mean, it's better. I guess Snare Bridges are doing literally nothing, right? So it's definitely better than those. I guess they might have Mentor post board. Sometimes these decks play Mentor in the sideboard. I guess that we can just like Thoughtseize, push it, etc. So yeah, okay, yeah, I'm gonna submit this. Maybe we get got, or we're gonna see. But okay, so I like this. We're gonna keep. They mull to 6. 5. Yeah, I think we're gonna win this. I don't think on 4 cards they can beat a Fatal Push. I don't think on 7 cards they can beat a Fatal Push. I don't think in 7 cards they can beat a Fatal Push. Oh my. And to think that I was like, yeah, turn 1 I'm gonna try to yeah. Mono removal dot hand. We kind of need to turn on these Mox Opal if we want to cast this though. I think that push is gonna get it done, but Astrolabe. Thoughtseize. That's not bad. Okay, let's see what you kept. So they do have the land, so we're just gonna take the Paladin because their hand does nothing. Respect that my opponent has the pretty hallowed fountain art. I respect that. And I don't think I'm gonna be cracking this Misty. Okay, got a SRAM. Now you got a dead SRAM. And you got a Spider Silk Net. Also, why would you play the 0 that I don't know about? My opponent's just very kind and they're giving me almost perfect information. Repeal. Do I want to trophy this to deny them the 0 and also deny them the draws? I think I do, right? I deny them the draw and I do deny them the 0 as well. So this is almost a 2-for-2. I guess it's exactly a 2-for-2 because they get a land. So lucky, opponent. All right, we're not drawing great. So this is my opponent's out. We whiff for many turns. We can answer still one more of their dudes. Still a little bit of gas in the tank. Oh, this game is hilarious. Wow, they just keep drawing guys. I mean, that's all I got. Yeah, I mean, all of a sudden I'm almost kind of scared here. What can this word get that would be relevant? Damping Sphere would be pretty good. We could get Thopter Foundry to try to start clocking them. That's the other alternative. Yeah, this is bad. This is really bad. Come on. Holy crap. Okay. Something good. Almost. Something good. Nice. All right, finally. Phew. All right, so we can Wherefore, I think I like wearing for Foundry, because that will allow me to draw another card. We can wear for Platinum Empyrean. I guess I passed the turn here. I'm gonna wear for their thing on end of turn, because I don't know yet exactly. So my opponent can fragmentize. I guess that's another reason to not wear main phase, huh? We're for 2. Thopter Foundry, tap, activate sack. We draw nothing. Tap, activate sack. All right. What you drawing? Either grid. Yeah, that doesn't do anything. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Spin the wheel. Sure. Spin it again. Sure. Tap. 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 Whoops. Tap. Tap. Nice. God damn it. God damn it. The good thing is, at least I know that I'm not dying next turn, because they're only drawing another grid. This game has been interesting. I was gonna 15 mana Gilded Lotus. Yeah, kind of, right? Except Pented Prism was just a blank, basically. Yeah, they should probably definitely have played out the Moxoble if they're trying to kill my 1/1s. If the plan is to kill my 1/1s, they should have... Yeah, they should have definitely played the Moxoble. And say, yeah. So they basically used the 0 for no reason. I guess I don't want to make it 1/1 here. I can sack this, but that's funny. More Urzas. More Foundries. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice. Draw in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom. Nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. God damn it. Really? This... that's just daggers. That's just daggers right there. That's what that is. Also, we didn't find the damping sphere. As long as my opponent doesn't find one of their 4 remaining creatures that do something, we should be fine. Prism taps for mana. Oh yeah, that's just value right there. That's just good deck building. Now we're gonna tap for blue. We're gonna activate this. And we're gonna sack the Prism. At least this way we get a 1/1 that we can also tap for. Oh, I guess we can cantrip. So let's do this. So we bubble. We find another bubble. Okay, so we don't want that. So then we're going to activate Urza. Boom. God damn it. All the foundries. Wow, that's funny. All the foundries, none of the. I should actually thought about this. None of the swords. 2, 3, 4, 5. Come on. Activate sack. Cast this. We only have 20 cards left. I mean, I think I need to continue activating here, right? Can I play this out? So 1, 2 to play this out, then 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Finally! God damn it. Sack this. Get it back. Tap for mana. Okay, finally. Alright. That took way longer than I was expecting. I love that we drew 4 removal spells. Actually, all 4 removal spells we drew. And my opponent only drew exactly 4 creatures. That was just hilarious. Yeah, I don't suspect that that's how this matchup is going to play out, so I don't think I want the spine. This has been kind of a hilarious match so far. Man, if this were a basic, this hand would be the nuts. Wouldn't keep 7. Should I be greedy? I think I have to mulligan. This is much better. Okay, so we're gonna Thoughtseize on 1. So then keep this, and I guess we're gonna bottom the Watery Grave. That's an interesting draw. Mox Opal. Play this. Thoughtseize you. No! I misclicked! God damn it. That's annoying. Yeah, I mean, I was clearly taking the Pure Steel Paladin there. That sucks. Putting the fear in the opponent, clearly, yeah. Just the value place. So now they're gonna draw land with the Noxious Revival. I guess, yeah, I guess it would actually matter a lot. It would have mattered a hell of a lot, actually. That's so frustrating. That's brutal. Hopefully they don't have enough to go off. Guess we're gonna guillotine and stuff. Well, we can't really bubble here because that's gonna take us off of Metalcraft. So we're just gonna untap. And I think on draw step we're just going to trophy the Paladin, obviously. 2. Yeah, we can't bubble. So yeah. And I'm doing this in draw step just to play around another potential noxious revival. Okay, so we're gonna do this the hard way then. Black and green. No! Come on! No, come on! Alright, this is me getting punished by lack of experience with the deck. What I wanted to do is I wanted to tap this for... So I wanted to float the black mana first, and then tap this. Ugh. That's gross. Yeah, I don't think there's anything I can do at this point. Just gonna pass. And we had it. That's the worst part. Like, we had an out. We had an out, but I just misclicked my way through. I mean, they're not guaranteed to go off here, though. Yep, just as I was saying. So the only problem now, the only issue now is that I don't have the mana, right? So I need to either draw a 1 or a 0 drop, or I need to like give myself the chance to draw a second land. Yeah, but basics don't do it. So I think it's just better for me to untap here. Nice. Chromatic Star, and now we pass. And now we actually do the proper thing, which is in draw step. Green, black. Okay. We got there. We got there. Oh, this match has been a roller coaster. This match has been a roller coaster. Oh, they drew another one. Bad beats. Okay, so now I am actually going to bubble them, I guess. Draw a 0, retract. That's much worse than a 0 for us. Where? It's not bad draws, actually. That's an amazing draw, actually. So now we get like instant speed, damping sphere. So I can make my opponent use all their cards. And then retract. SRAM. That big sphere. They're gonna get to draw a bunch of cards, though. That we can't really stop from happening. Urza would be a cool draw. If we draw Urza, I think we might be in a fine spot for the most part. So it costs 3 to play this, which means that we have no mana, so we can't really go infinite this turn. So what I think I want to do is I want to draw 1. 1 too late. Alright, we go infinite next turn. We go infinite next turn. So we need my opponent to whiff this turn. And that's it. If they whiff here, we are going to win most likely. So basically by whiff, I mean that they don't find the answer to the Stamping Sphere. That's what I mean by whiff. But they're drawing like 3 for each 0, so it's not very promising for us. Should have cast We're on draw step. I wanted to kind of like go off a little bit, but then they showed me like the 3rd SRAM, and that's when things got bad for me. Yeah, that's probably gonna be enough, right? So at this point, it's better for me to just sack it to deny them a draw. I think they're gonna be able to win here though. I think that's it. I think that's what they needed. And they need to find it like right there. Just like at this point, like my opponent would have not been able to cast the answer. Like if they had to like cantrip into it twice. They needed to find it in the first 3 cards that they drew. And they did. So yeah, we're in a rough spot now. Brutal. Brutal. Ollie4, thank you for that tier 1 subscription. Welcome back to the Primetime Stronghold. And what's up with you? We're getting Cheerio'd here. Man, we were 1 draw too far. We were exactly 1 draw too far away from winning the game. This is not a May, right? Oh, it is a May. This is the one that's not a May. Imagine this game if they had drawn 2 less cards. Yeah, I guess. I think we were losing anyway, right? Maybe they deck themselves? That's my out. I mean, it's not a great it's not a great shot, but it's more of a grape shot. Huh? Huh? You get that? Oh, they know that this one is a May. Opponent's too smart. Too smart. Alright, moving on. Man, that twice, like I think the first one that we lost, it was because of a sequencing mistake, and then this one it was because of, well, there was actually a sequencing mistake, which was interesting. How you want to activate like with Chromatic Star, because I think that if we're able to destroy the Paladin in response to the silence, then on our next turn we actually have our mana free, and we can do some damage, and we can like develop our board state as well, which would have put us hopefully enough ahead that we would have been able to get there. So couple of mistakes there for sure. Important to know about that. We're playing against the value deck again. It seems like it. Yep. Reflector Mage. We got hosed by this deck earlier today. What do I want to needle? Do I want to needle anything? I don't think I do. Let's play my cage and pass the turn. I guess I gotta wait. What can I needle? Like Windswept Heath? Because they don't have any activated abilities. I should have needled Windswept Heath, clearly. Clearly should have needled Windswept Heath. Don't have the Herder. Okay, that guy's fine. We're probably going after the Astrolabe. Or making it 4-3, maybe. Grafdigger's Cage? Why? It doesn't stop any of their combos. Whatever, I'm not gonna ask. Bubble U, Coiling Oracle. So at this point, I probably want to name Misty. Misty refers. Jarsec with a Twitch Prime subscription. Welcome to the Primetime Stronghold. Thank you so much for the support. Some of these deck played Jace. I guess that's better than naming Windswept Heath in the blind, right? They might have 3 Fairy as well. We're gonna go with Jace Divine Sculptor. I mean, next turn we can do some stuff with Urza. Thopter? Ugh, never lucky. Never lucky. Take 3. Ooh, are they playing like Collective Company maybe? Grafdigger's Cage. Tap for black. Thopter Foundry. For polluted Delta. Okay, pass a turn. This Reflector Mage is gonna be kind of a beating here. The good thing is that at least they can't attack me anymore. So that's something. Oh, path? Gross. Reflector Mage, Deconstruct. Okay. I mean, all of this is beatable. I already have the second Urza coming up. In fact, if the opposite had happened, then the tempo hit would have probably been enough for my opponent. Of course, they don't know that I have the second Urza in hand, right? So they couldn't really know about what the better play was going to be. But blue, whoops, blue, black, prism. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the question is, do I want to play my... Yeah, I think I want to. I think I want to cycle here and draw more blanks. Already spending $100 on Amulet since I started watching you, so giving you the sub is the least I can do now. Thank you, Jarsec, and I'm happy that you are investing in Amulet Titan. Good for you. Good for you. Ugh, gross. So there goes the second Urza. Can't attack, at least. Urza. Alright, that's something, at least. And my opponent is not on a high life total, honestly. I might just try to go aggro on them. In fact, maybe I should have attacked there. Like, it's not like they can attack me back. I can start making Thopters. And I definitely play this guy before attacks because I might want to like sack a Thopter to resto. Okay. On the construct. So if I attack, does my opponent have good blocks now? Yeah, I just don't have good attacks. For a 19 land deck, we've been plotting pretty hard this league, honestly. Shall I, Voice of Plenty? Wow. Okay, so this is a different version of the Soulherder deck. And I think at this point I'm gonna sack this. Like we're just losing to the board. Sort of meek. Just give me another Thopter Foundry, please. Nihil Spellbomb. It's not bad, actually. Oops, Sword of the Meek. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. Am I going to start activating Shall I? This node does not bode well for us. That's right, I can't spellbomb them. I guess that's fine, I just spellbomb myself. Just want to draw a card. Ooh. I'm gonna mistake there, I think. So if I attack with the construct. I guess they have to chump. They're probably gonna throw an Oracle under the bus. Yep. Something good. So I basically got a redraw there because this Sword of the Meek is gonna come back. That's funny. Oh, it's when it goes to the graveyard. Okay, good to know that for the future. Definitely good to know that for the future. I thought it was when you activated the ability, so for sure that was a mistake on my part. Because I could have actually drawn 2 cards that way. All right, that was pretty good. And it's nice. I think I'm going to be holding up this, both of these Vented Prison mana, because if my opponent flickers their deputy, they can exile all my Thopters. So by holding up Psi mana, I cannot sack the Thopters to the Thopter Foundry, but I can sack them to the Psi. So I can fizzle the Deputy of Detention trigger. There goes that. So opponent is at 11. And they have a Quaddle in hand. So I have perfect info. Quaddle in hand. Is it better to sack and draw a card? I think so, right? I think it's better to draw a card here than it is to make like 2 Thopters. Because I cannot set up lethal anyway, so... They drew the path? Wow. Must be nice. They top deck exactly the best possible card. Must be a nice. So opponent has 1, 2, 3 flying blockers. They block 1, 2, 3. They take 3. Or I can ship with the construct. But now they're gonna get like an ephemerate effect, so they're just gonna blink the deputy. Yeah, this is all around very bad. Yeah, I think they got us. And they just serve for lethal. So let's see if they see it. Nope. I guess that's free. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, but they don't have lethal though. Get back the ephemerate. Yeah, they don't see the line. Because now they don't have lethal, right? So they can't really attack. Aetherval. Okay, that's a good one to know about. Yeah, like that's weird. Like my opponent just missed lethal. Can't fetch anything. Sad. I mean I can't attack through either, right? 2, 3, 4, 5. They block 3. They again have an ephemerate rebounding next turn. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think we can win anymore. We got. Alright, let's try this again. We want pushes. We want Dead of Winter. We want Assassin's Trophies. Probably want Spine. Snare Bridge doesn't seem very good. Size seems okay, it doesn't seem insane. Pented Prism seems a little bit lackluster. Grafdigger's Cage out, Python Needle out. And one Swordlemic out. We've been facing some bad matchups today. Where's Hogak? I want to play against Hogak. Best deck in the format. Bring it on. Come on. I want to play against Hogak. I really wish we can start like looping Spine. That'd be cool. Yeah, this is, I mean, this is a slow, but I guess keepable hand. This is the problem of splashing black. Splashing white would be, I guess, like the best option. Maybe. Splashing green, sorry. Brutal. We might draw a side, so I'm gonna hold on to this Mox Opal. Oracle into Oracle. Value. Still can't activate Opal, so I'm just gonna pass. Got me. Take one. Main phase flicker. Oh no. You have another card. Rest in peace. Got it. It hurts them more than it hurts us, which is funny. Because now they have like no loops. So basically this Dead of Winter is gonna be like sweet. This Dead of Winter is gonna be freaking sick. Night of Autumn. Yep. Gain one life. Really? Okay. That means this means that I get to sandbag my Dead of Winter for even longer. That's great. Good value, good value. It stops the value from equal Warspring. Okay, I'll give them that. I'll give them that. I think I might level myself here. Revealing Misty. Yeah, we don't want that. Definitely do not want that. Nice. Take 3. And I think I'm gonna get a redundant Thopter Foundry here. Since I don't need to worry about my opponent's graveyard, which is very nice, so I'm just gonna get a Thopter Foundry here. So if they answer it, I still have another one waiting for. At this point, I'm not even sure where I should be slow rolling this Dead of Winter so long. I feel like I do want to. Benzer. Well, I guess we Dead of Winter now. Got him. That should give us a solid amount of time here. Soulherder. Nice. Yeah, here I'm just gonna pass here. The Thopter Foundry is going to trigger Revolt at a moment's notice. So I can answer the Soulherder whenever I want to. What are you afraid of, OP? Yeah, I guess I'm gonna sack the Wellspring. Nice. Black and blue. Make it 2-2. Yeah, things looking good here now. We are very far ahead on board. My opponent's value engine was locked out by themselves. So yeah, we're in a good spot. We're definitely in a good spot. Soulherder. This doesn't even work, right? This doesn't even work, right? Dream SC, thank you for the follow. Yeah, because they like blink, they blink each other. So they get no tokens. You may, right? Yeah, you may. Okay, so I guess one of them is gonna grow and the other one is not going to. But this is perfectly okay with me. More 1/1s. And I guess we're gonna suit this one up. Oh yeah. So at this point, I think I am going to push like whatever value creature they play. Push my Sai. If past my Sai, sorry. Don't want to suck anything. I don't think I do. Just let this go. Still can't attack. What? Foundry. Sack. Double block there. Alright, dope. Get all the counters you want, bro. Gonna get all the counters you want. That explains so much. So do I draw or do I make it 1/1? So this is gonna be 3. So I guess it takes 1 turn off the clock. So it's worth it to make it 1/1. Not a great draw, but not a terrible one either. It's just more fodder for the... This doesn't draw me a card, right? Nope. But it can make more 1/1s. Alright, we got this one. Shout out to my opponent for bringing in cards that made their deck worse. Tap. 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 Cast. Sweet. Free Spellbomb. Can't complain. Alright, hopefully my opponent keeps seeing the resting pieces for game 3. So they can perfectly shut off their own engine. And since if they are on the on that plan, I probably want access to Psy over this. Actually, probably over Wellspring. Tess is kind of sick, actually. Now my opponent goes super wide. Planeswalkers are not what I want to go, where I want to be. I don't think that's where I want to be. So 5 lands and a push. I don't think I'm sold on this hand. 4 lands and 2 Urzas. Okay. I mean, I guess it's better. And I think I'm keeping both Urzas because I'm interested in trying to make sure that I can beat a Path to Exile, basically. So they're drawing Coiling Oracle. They always have Coiling Oracle. It does seem like when they don't draw the Oracle, they should be like pretty slow, honestly. Okay, please rest in peace me. I'm familiar with that play pattern already. Alright, don't get too far ahead. I mean, I guess worst case scenario we can wear for 0. Yeah, that's just, yeah, this is how we lose. We gotta stop this guy. Fatal Push or Assassin's Trophy off the top right now. Oof, that's pretty good too for them. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be able to get there here. This is gonna be a tough one to pull off. Fatal Push. Urza, yeah. Urza number 3, not great right now. Yeah, we really are in a pickle here. And we can't really use Bridge because my opponent, they showed me a Knight of Autumn, so... Can't really do that much about that either. I mean, I guess that we can draw... We can just go infinite. If we draw either Thopter Foundry or Sword of the Meek, we can just go infinite. So there's that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so I don't think I can cycle Mind Stone. I'm gonna be short 1 mana. Please don't kill this. My bottom kills construct. Well, I guess I can exile the deputy. That is kind of greedy, honestly. Ding. No, we're 1 mana short. Wow. Exactly 1 mana short. Exactly 1 mana short. Brutal. That is just brutal. Well, I guess right here it was actually good, I guess, because now it just took out my outs. Yeah, okay. I guess we're getting wrecked here today. The worst part is I'm not lying. Like I have had a lot of success with this deck. Like 3 of these trophies were with Urza. 3 of those trophies were with Urza decks. No, 2 of them. Sorry, my bad. I was denied of the 3rd trophy by Amulet, actually. All right, can we salvage Davius Minimus? Yeah, I guess we can keep this. So Davius is probably he's been playing the Far Call of Niv deck for a while, so I'm going to assume that what he's playing. This is probably not a good matchup either. We're gonna see how things go, but I would not be surprised if this is a bad matchup. I should know what you're playing, but I don't. Amulet with Astrolapes. That's what we're playing today. We have a fetch now, so we can probably... Yeah, so the Davius is actually on the Niv deck. He says he's playing Amulet with birds. So we're drawing a Chromatic Star. I don't think I'm interested in that. So we're gonna get Woody Grave, play Mind Stone, and play Chromatic Star? Yeah, I guess Cage stops. Does Cage stop Bring to Light? I don't know the wording in Bring to Light. No, we're definitely naming Brendan 6 there. Or Prismatic Vista, that would be kind of hilarious actually. Now they have a ton of mana now. Okay, so we're gonna name Ren and 6. We're gonna play Grafdigger's Cage. Cage doesn't stop BTL. Okay, so I probably want to... It's more mana efficient for me to drop the bridge then. Kaya. Gross. So gross. I didn't know he was playing Kaya. That's disgusting for us. One, two, three, four. God damn it. Yeah, these draws have not been working out. These draws have not been working out. And again, I can't really use the Inventor's Fair because I don't know what I'm looking for. I guess now I do know what I'm looking for. Yeah, that Kai unlocking the Ren was kind of brutal, honestly. Probably gonna get to Niv here. I guess Grafdigger's Cage is stopping the Ren ultimate, so that's something. Ha! They minus on the Mox Opal. Got him! God damn it. So that's Ensnaring Bridge gone. Yeah, so I guess the Cage is doing some work, I guess. But he can just exile it anyway, so so they have a Vista in hand. God damn it. Fetch for Foundry. Play Island. Play Opal. Play Foundry. Pass the turn. Just have it all. Yes. Sex Sword. Yes. Sex Sword. And at least this means that we get to play around Surgical, though I don't think that Davies is playing Surgical in the main deck. Surgical on the swords, that is. Helix Mythopter. Okay. And we please draw a good card. I love colloquialism. Disgusting can mean either awesome or horse. Yeah, Bakura. It's all about how you say it, right? It's no bueno. Our draws have been so miserable. To be honest, we should have beaten the. We should have beaten the SRAM deck, pure steel paladin deck. We should have beaten it, but I for whatever reason I just clicked on something that I wasn't supposed to be clicking on, and I took their wrong card with a Thoughtseize. And this seems like my opponent is going to just like work his way up with his planeswalkers. Oof. Value. Pay good money and you ain't even streaming Titan. Do you pay good money? Do you really pay good money, Chief? Oh, okay, command? Yeah, okay. I guess I should have held that bullet delta, huh? Okay. Let's regroup and try again. 1 trophies. 1 Thoughtseizes. Probably 1 spine. And Tess. 1 bits, 1 bit. Winning getting smaller is summertime super meme. At least does it have a chance to compete at the LUS? I think it's super meme in Sanity Box. I think it's super meme. It's fun though. It is definitely fun. But yeah, I do think that's pretty memey. Graphics Cage doesn't do anything. I do like Nihil Spell Bombs though. I do like Pything Needles. Yeah, I think Bridges in 1-off is fine. I'll be the player going out of deck super Mimi. Shut up, dude. We 5-0'd yesterday. Clearly it's a good deck. Also, you've been playing five color Niv, so right back at you. I like this hand. Tony Idaho, thank you for the follow. Definitely holding this bubble for Sai. But we're playing both the Ashlave and the Wellspring because I wanna develop my board by the time Urza comes down. I need to confirm that. Well, Hammer Time can't really, right? Sword of the Micarino. Also, I don't think I don't think that he should be playing ley lines against us. Land is fine. Mox Opal would be a sick draw, actually. Damn. Value. Am I actually facing the turn 3 Niv? Is that a thing that's happening to me right now? Hello, is there a good Knight of the Reliquary deck in Modern? Short answer is no, there isn't. Which makes me very, very sad, but unfortunately, it is the truth. Bring it back in Vista. And they play the Vista. So this album is not going to trigger anyway. I think so. I can attack for the Ren for 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I can draw 1 card. I think I'm interested in drawing a card. You're drawing Heath. Sword of the Meek. Play this. tap here, equip here, attack Ram for 2. Womp womp. Helix now. Yeah. Alright, so his hand is bad now because we know that they drew this Winsep Heath. And I'm definitely clearing the run here. Force them to chomp with both. Yeah, we're playing versus Niv. Alright. Ran down. And 1, 2, 3. I think we're fine. We can wear for Foundry. Make a couple of Thoptherinos. Actually, let's pay properly. 1, 2, 3. This and this. W says we're for bridge. I'm like, yeah, not quite. No, not quite right now. Alright, so star. Oops, not that. But yes, this. Oh, is W streaming too? That's cool. Swing. I mean, to be honest, they are kinda 1 Niv away from winning, right? So Bring to Light also does it. Drawing Pillar of the Perms. Okay, so we know they have a Whipsky there. And yeah, we're gonna make some 1/1s. More fodder for Thopter Foundry. That's I guess I want to jam first. Yeah, so I think I'm just gonna pass the turn here actually. Because Wrath is the only way that I can win this game. So there's no need for me to expose my Urza to a Wrath. Supreme Verdict, that is. So again, they're playing ley lines, which I don't think they're very good against us, but people just keep bringing them in. Dumping Sphere only delays Bring to Light by a turn. I don't think it's very good. Yeah, I guess I submit this again. Yeah. Yeah, I dig. No, Leyline is also nice. So turn 1 seas of a basic Swamperino. See what they got going on over there. I don't think I care about any of these cards, right? Bring to Light is by far their best card, so I take that. Like, I don't really care about their other cards. They're probably gonna top like a Ren though, because that's how it goes. Cycle Thicket. That's greedy. God damn, that's greedy. I know they have answers to my Foundry in hand, so there's no need for me to expose it. I didn't bring in pushes, and I can't wear here, so just gonna pass the turn, not give my opponent the chance to use their mana. Just cards run in their hand. That's a good draw for them. No lands. That's cool. Should add one amulet to the mix. Yep. Nope. No, yeah, you're not getting that land back. Not getting that one back. No, no, no. Oh. So play Astrolabe. Play Opal. Mindstone. So here I'm considering, and I think I'm gonna go for it, to start clocking this Ren. So if they try to go for a minus, I can clean the Ren next turn. Ah, so lucky. Filter Foundry. Suck this. Make it 1/1. Suck this. Make it 1/1. Suck this. Make it 1/1. Ah! Brutal. Got me. Sweet. Attack Renan Ticks. Play Foundry. Play Mindstone. God damn it, Ren is so good. I couldn't clean it earlier and I died because of it. Why couldn't you use the word by tapping Thopters for blue? Because, yeah, it's not convoke. Improvise, you need to play the blue, blue, blue. It's not like convoke. Lavinia? Guess it counters my 0 drops? How unlucky can a person be, huh? Black. Okay. I guess we chain. So we're gonna bring 3 to Ren, player on like Fatal Push. And then those 2 W's. If they have a second Ren though, we're actually gonna be in a pretty awful spot. Long live Quebec. Thank you for the follow. Never shit. I also hate how this works in Moto. Like how I need to, like, it doesn't tell me what cards they picked. So they got a Maelstrom Pulse. You gotta be kidding me. Fracturing Gust? How am I supposed to beat these cards? It's not fair. So this gets countered by Lavinia. That's sad. Parathion 2992. Thank you for the follow. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7. It's late for you, bro. Well, I guess I can't cast the Opal, so I need to draw like an actual land. Yeah, I cannot beat this card. Not with the... I guess I can't beat this card either, huh? Yeah, okay, we can just concede. That was bad. That was by far like my worst experience with this deck, though. This is very much not representative of my previous experiences with the deck. We whiffed a lot in draw steps. Yeah, we really whiffed a lot throughout that entire league. But yeah, I guess that evens out the variance, right? Like I was 9-1 and now I'm 10-5. That evens out the variance. Still 66% win rate. But let's switch gears a little bit. Let's switch gears a little bit, and this is what we got coming up. So we're gonna be playing. Actually, let me stop the recording. That's so I can upload to YouTube. So